2020, a year that changed and affected all of us, but certainly not equally. The World Health Organization looked at the impact of 2020 on mental health and found that women were more severely impacted than men, and that there needed to be a global step up in investment to address the chronic global shortage of mental health resources. The National Library of Medicine also commented on how these effects are compounded when looking at the intersections of gender and race. Black women's exhaustion does not mean we are unwilling or unable to address mental health issues. However, we are rarely provided the resources, financial, social, space, or community, and the support in the forms of encouragement, validation, and advocacy necessary to do so. The problem and the opportunity became clear, as did the solution. And it was during this season that God spoke to Danisha and instructed her to bring these women together in a conference that would evolve into a community, one that is trauma responsive, empowering, and safe. Danisha was not just called, but she's also equipped. Danisha is not just a brand. She's also a visionary, business owner, pastor, author, adjunct professor, and yes, she's a licensed professional clinical counselor and training supervisor. With an ever-present "Yes, Lord" on her heart, Danisha got started. It's my privilege to introduce She Slays. In November of 2020, Danisha was obedient to her assignment. She held the very first She Slays virtual conference. As this was during the pandemic, we had a captive audience which generated over 600 views. By popular demand, in the spring of 2021, we then held the second virtual conference for She Slays, as well as launched our social media community. This momentum carried into 2022, where we hosted our very first Conquer Retreat. This was an opportunity for women between the ages of 21 to 45 to get together for deeper discussions and to build more intimate relationships. Not to be left out, the women in our community, ages 45 and up, also requested that they have the opportunity to get together. Thus, Reigning Queens was established in 2023. 2023 was a big year as we held both retreats and we held our very first in-person conference in Cincinnati, Ohio, in which 150 people attended, mostly solicited by the women of Conquer and Reigning Queens.